What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. I've got a really cool air rifle for us to check out in this video. This is the Gamo Whisper Fusion Mach 1. Let's do a quick front to back with this air rifle. It's made in Spain. Up front, you've got a really nice fiber optic front sight with a metal hood. Gamo is calling this built-in shroud or moderator their Whisper technology. The rear sight has high quality fiber optic inserts and really precise adjustments. This rifle uses a slightly bigger nitro piston than most. This is Gamo's 33mm IGT Mach 1 system. The 3x9 scope that they sent with it is okay. The one-piece mount is actually decent, no complaints there. Then there's this little scope lift kit that Gamo is calling their recoil reducing rail. I just think it gets the scope up over the rear sight. The stock is an automotive grade nylon. I like the textured grips, and I think Gamo does a great job on their butt pads. The trigger is great. I think not only does it look great, but it's not super heavy. It's also adjustable if you really want to fine tune it. Let's check this trigger pull really quick. So 2 pounds, 11 ounces. 2 pounds, 8 ounces. 2 pounds, 14 ounces. So under 3 pounds out of the box, pretty consistent. It feels really good. I'm able to, while shooting it, I'm able to predict when the rifle's about to go off, and that level of trigger control is kind of hard to find with a break barrel. So the pellets that this thing likes the best is the Crosman Premier Hollow Points, which is a first for me. But this is a group, a 10-shot group from 20 yards with the Crosman Premier Hollow Points. So that's the pellet that I'm going to be using for the chronograph test today. Let's see how many FPE this thing's putting out. So 801, 802, and that last one was 816. So when you take all three of those numbers and you average them together, that's 706 FPS. That's going to be right at 20 FPE, which is not bad from a break barrel nitro piston gun. I'm gonna see if I can pull off a little bit of a group today, a 10-shot group at 25 yards. Shot 5. That's why I don't like to do 3-shot groups right there. And last shot. So right there is a close-up of that group. The only measuring tool that I have is my Leatherman. I don't know why I can't keep up with a ruler, but I'll get that fixed in future videos. But let's see how big that group is approximately. So about 1 1/8 inches, give or take a little bit. So not a bad 10-shot group, especially at 25 yards. If it didn't have those 2 flyers, it would be a much tighter group. But you guys will have to let me know what you think about this air rifle down in the comments. Got a few pros that I have noticed. Number one, it's fun to shoot. I can't really say anything bad about the shooting experience. I've had a lot of fun making this video. I've had a lot of fun shooting this thing. Number two, the trigger feels great. It's not super crisp. It's not super light, but it is predictable. And to me, it really reminds me of my BX22 triggers in my Ruger 1022s. I would rather have predictability than a really crisp trigger. That's just a personal preference though, but I think this trigger feels great. Number three is the power. It's putting out a little bit more than most break barrels, and you can still shoot it. So some of those magnums and the super magnums, they're hard to shoot, especially if you're like me and you're not the best shot. I've only got 2 cons with this thing, and I'm kind of nitpicking. Number one is the scope. I don't understand why airgun companies can't do better than that, but the eye relief on this one is rough. A smaller person or a younger shooter, they're gonna have problems getting the correct eye relief out of this scope. I wish they would just charge less and then let you buy a decent scope. Con number two, the barrel's picky. I would love to shoot some heavier pellets through this thing, but it didn't like anything but 14.3 grain Crossmans. It was trying to shoot the 14.5 Diablos, but I think they're a little bit too big around. Maybe if you could get a smaller head size, heavier pellet, maybe a smaller head size hunting pellet, that might work, but I'm kind of limited on the pellets that I have with me right now. So I wish the barrel wasn't so picky. For something this expensive, you would think it would be a little bit less pellet picky. So that's going to be it from me today, guys. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comment section, again, what you think about this thing. I'll see you guys later.